have these intimate scenes on TV. How do you manage that with dating in real life?
Me and my man had a little issue at the beginning about the scene, and we worked through it. At the end of the day, I am an actress, and it is my craft and my art, and I'm so glad about that scene. I'm so glad I was able to do that scene. Would I do it again? Yes.
I'm gonna be up tonight with my bonnet on. I'm gonna be sending you. I'm like, look, girl, I'm looking at your titties.
Yes. Oh, period.
You seem so confident. Were you always like that, or is your confidence and your boldness something you had to step into?
Ooh, I feel like I grew a tough skin early on because it was like sink or swim. First time I met my grandmother, the first thing she said to me was,
oh my God.
nice to meet you too, grandmother. At the end of the day, if being around you makes me feel bad about myself, I'm not gonna go out of my way to be around you. I'm sorry, that's just what it is. I hate to admit this because it's not the best thing. I'm trying to figure out how much I can say without getting fired.
Let's try this again. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. You so pretty. Let's try this again. I was like, what is the name of this show?
Uh-oh.
I am your host, b.simone. Yeah, y'all already know the audio drops every Monday. The YouTube drops every Tuesday. If you're watching this, y'all see how beautiful my guest is. I had to get her name right because I'm like, how do you pronounce your name? And it's exactly how it looks. Nzinga. How would y'all pronounce that? Nzinga. Don't overthink it. It's literally Nzinga.
I love it. You did
Beautiful,
that.
right? I wish we were closer. I'm like, why is she so far?
No, this does for far. It's okay.
It's
We'll
okay.
fix it. Hello, y'all. Nzinga Imani in the building. So
Yes.
happy to be here with you, babe.
Thank you for coming. Your energy is so great.
Thank you.
It's so it's just infectious, you know? She walked in my house and she was like, just a ball of light, ball of energy.
Thank you.
Y'all, before we get into this conversation, because I don't do interviews, where you from? What's your mama name? What's your daddy name? What's your dreams? Baby, we have conversations, okay? Before I get into it, y'all already know, if you're not on the LTTA app, what are you doing? What are you waiting on? Did y'all see the episode with the baby? It's only on the app, and it went crazy. It went real good. Y'all know that. Y'all saw that promo. And did y'all see LTTA Talk with the girls, Ting Women, Roundtable Talk? It's only on the app. Go to LTTA.app and go get the app, y'all. We've been having calls with y'all and the live chat feature and all these things. So the app is really lit, and y'all need to be on there. Don't just be on YouTube. Don't just be here for the free stuff. Can y'all support a little bit? Can y'all just support a little bit?
Amen.
But I love y'all. And yeah, what's up, girl? How you feeling?
Hey, girl, I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're my second episode today. She's like, why I wasn't first and why I wasn't last? I'm like, in the middle is bad?
Yes, in the middle
She's like,
is bad.
don't be rushing me.
Exactly. I'm like, if I'm not going to be first, then at least make me last. That way we can take our time. We can go get some lunch or something. You can be rushing me out of here, and I'm not leaving.
I'm not rushing you. You so ATL. Your nails are bomb. Is that acrylic?
Thank you. They're press-on.
Same.
Period.
Somebody
Taylor
made
Nail
those for you?
Studios. Yeah, black owned business. Go support.
No.
Yeah, honey, I love them. This is actually my second set of these because I love them so much.
Is she here in Atlanta? Mm-hmm. Okay, I've been wearing press-ons now for the past 2 months. You can't get me to walk into another nail salon.
You won't.
This is
except for my feet because
for sure the feet.
That needs a
the
professional.
heels. I need y'all to scrub
Yes.
with the cheese grater.
I want to see it. Yeah, pile it up. Anyway, but for nails, yeah. And then, while I'm in the seat getting my toes, and they're like, "Your nails?" I'm like, "No, you sure?" I said, "Focus, ma'am, focus," because y'all not about to get another $100 out of me.
No. Press-ons. These were so freaking cute. I think they were like $6.
Those are adorable.
And I think when people think of press-ons, they think of like the old school ones that just be popping off. These are literally like acrylic.
Yeah,
they're thick.
Mine normally stay in at least 2 weeks. Now, when it hit that third week, you might get a nail here,
a little
and a nail
lifting.
there.
Yeah.
Then it's time to soak them off.
Yeah.
and restart. But at least 2 weeks. And honestly, that was what I was dealing with acrylic anyway.
100%, 2 weeks. And you need to feel.
Yeah.
I love them. You got to give me her information. Sorry, y'all. We off topic, but she look real cute. If you're not on the YouTube, go look how cute she is with her chinchilla.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your nails match my outfit.
They do.
We'll have to trade.
Little cheetah girls, cheetah sisters. Yeah, I love cheetah girls. What cheetah girl were you?
I was all of them, but I've always been Raven. I'm
you're
Raven.
so
in
Raven.
Absolutely.
That's so Raven.
We really should be friends. somebody get that situated because I think we would be besties. No, I love Raven-Symoné. So yeah, it's always been her, whoever she is in any situation. I had a viral little lie that I told that I was Raven, that I was playing Raven in like the spinoff.
Yeah.
Before they even knew there was a spinoff.
Yeah.
And it went like it did numbers, but I was like, y'all,
it's not true.
April Fools. But maybe that's an idea for a show.
Somebody hook it up.
Yeah.
I love that. So let's get into Zatima. If you guys do not know this beautiful lady, y'all are under a rock because, baby, she is a phenomenal actress. We're going to get into music. You do music. Ooh. I can't wait to talk about that. I want to hear your music. You have music out already?
I don't. Well, yes, but not that ain't what you need to hear. Because, I did the Queen of the Ratchet and the parodies for so long that there's a lot of music out there that I really have to figure out how to take off of my name. Because if you look me up, you're going to see Queen of the Ratchet, Your Man's a Hoe, F whore. It's like a bunch of just really explicit stuff going on there. And that's not who I am anymore. I love that. Yeah. But anybody who starts to hear my new music, they're gonna have to watch their playlist because it's gonna go left real quick.
You're like, we're not there. We have evolved.
Yeah.
Girl, I had a whole album on iTunes. Gone.
Period.
Gone. Out there. It's poof.
Wait,
like it
what
never
kind
existed.
of music?
I did R&B and rap.
Really?
I mean, R&B. Yeah, it wasn't like soul, but it was like
and rap.
Yeah, girl. I still got rap on YouTube.
Bars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah.
Please don't.
That's exactly. Well, I won't say that's exactly how I feel because there are some of those parodies that I love. Like my Little Mermaid went viral a few times, and I love that one. But there are some other ones that we took too far.
Yeah,
and we had to reel it on back in.
No, my rap was good. I mean, I was a good rapper now. It was good in the moment. But I'm like, I just look back on that girl. I'm like, what were you talking about? What were you doing? Like, but it's okay. Like in that time, it was fine.
Yeah, we're all growing, evolving, and figuring it out. Because even with my music now, that's how I feel. People be like, "Well, what genre?" I'm like, "Baby, I'm all over the place.
All over.
You're not gonna know where you are. You might get some country, you might get some rap, you might get some reggaeton. You know, and be ready because I'm all of those things. Yeah. So why should I have to choose? And I feel like in this first album, I'm kind of like exploring all of
your
that.
sound.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we'll get there. We get to the music, even though we kind of touched on it. But Zatima season 4. Tell me about that. How has your character evolved? Tell us about this character and how is it working with this cast? And I mean, season 4, you've been there for a while.
Man, I'm like, where do I start? That's a lot of things to get. So Zatima season 4 comes out September 11th, and it's gonna be good. Like, it's definitely different for my character. You're gonna see a different side of Angela that you have never seen before when it comes to romantic situations, when it comes to self-esteem. This is not the Angela y'all know, and this was probably the one that stretched me the most because I feel like in most ways my character has been true to me. For those who don't know, Angela is like that, the friend who's gonna tell it like it is, who is owning her sexuality, who's like all those things, like she's boisterous and all those things. And I feel like in this new season, you see a different side of her. She's more nurturing because, Fatima's pregnant in this season. So now she getting her godmama on. And then when it comes to her love relationships, she ain't never been the person she is this season. This is going to throw y'all for a loop. I'm not even going to lie to you, but it'll be interesting. And it was interesting exploring this new side of her because it's very different from anything I've experienced in my real life. For sure. So yeah, that should be fun. The cast is amazing. I love our team. We have a good old time. And just working at the Tyler Perry studio, every time you walk in, it's like you're home.
It is.
You know what I mean? You see hundreds of thousands of people working in different positions, and it's all from this Black man who came up with an idea and pushed forward and opened all these doors. So every time I'm on that set, I feel incredible. I feel like I'm home. I feel nurtured and cared for. We rally around each other. We're there for each other through whether it's pregnancies, whatever the case may be. Like, the family is really there for each other. So I love working with that cast.
I love that.
100%. Yeah.
What commonalities do you feel like you have with your character that is the same? Like this is me, and then other areas, like you said, we're nothing alike in this area.
Yeah. So commonalities, I would say I think I brought this to her is the sexual kind of like I'm very flirty. I am flirty, and it's got me in trouble my whole life. I'll be flirty.
Give me an example. Like what? You don't even like the nigga.
Oh, I mean,
I'm
nice to people and they can take it how they want to, but I'm flirty even when it don't even have to be a man. And
okay.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just flirty. Like I call my my choreographer, who's a girl, daddy all the time. And she'll be like, girl, you are gay. And I'm like, a little for you sometimes. Like, And I mean, I'm not, but
yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I just be flirting. And that energy, I think, comes through with Angela for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the ways that she's different, she's so into other people's business. If she don't get out of Fatima business, the way that she will pop up at her house, no matter what, Fatima will be like, no, we got this. And still at the door.
Yeah.
Still at the door. I have never been that friend. Honestly, like, if you don't want to tell me something, I'm not even a friend that's going to dig too deep. Like, when you're ready, okay, cool. Because I got a lot of stuff going on. So that's been the difference. Like, trying to figure out a real and a natural way to kind of like be all up in her business when that's not who I am at all.
LTTA family, April 2026, LTTA Connect is taking over Bali. We are taking 50 women on this beautiful retreat, and we only have a few slots left. Make sure you head over to tworldtours.com/tours, scroll down to the Bali trip and get more information. You don't want to miss this. We're going to eat, we're going to pray, we're going to love on each other, and we're going to cultivate connection through sisterhood in this beautiful country. I know you don't want to miss it, so go register now. Do you share a lot with your friends? Are you more like a little like guarded in boundaries and you don't overshare?
I'm guarded AF.
Wow.
But I do overshare.
Wow.
I feel like I it's one or the other, and it happens all the time. Like I'm guarded in terms of like, I know that I am the person who like could see sees good intention, like sees the best in a lot of people, and they don't always have that same energy for me.
Yeah.
So I'm in a space, especially now in my life, where I'm a lot more guarded. I'm a lot more aware of people's intentions are not always what I think they should be. With that said, I've definitely taken a step back from just being as social as I used to be, telling my business, especially now that I'm in a space where people know who I am. You could say the slightest thing and it gets blown into something else. And it's like, you got to be real careful what you say. But at the same time, sometimes I get to talking.
And like, I just told this stranger everything.
Right. Don't be my hairstylist. I'm sitting in that chair getting my hair braided for 8 hours. I just told you my whole life. And then at the end of it, you're like, girl, and I love you on the show. And I'm like,
damn. Oh, shit.
I didn't know she knew who I was at all. And she knows my whole life. Where was that energy? I need to know that 4 hours ago before I told you my whole life. But, you know, I'm figuring it out. I feel like I'm straddling that place, especially in the industry where it's like I'm known, but it's not like everybody don't know me, but I'm known. So I have to be very careful with everything I say and do, because people take it and you don't know how they're twisting your words, what kind of person they want you to be and want to turn you into, especially when you cute. When you cute
and personality,
people got smoke for you no matter what.
That's a double whammy.
I can't help it.
This is how I look. That's how God made me.
Yes, and I mean, I've seen that hate from just being pretty privilege is a privilege, but it is also used against you in so many ways. And I've been affected by that my whole life. I got a whole family full of fine. So I know that there are people. I had one girl try to cut me. We was Halloween. See, this is what I'm talking about, oversharing.
One girl trying to cut me. I said, ooh, this getting good.
I didn't even know who she was. She was mad because somebody liked me that I didn't even know who he was. But she literally pulled a razor from under her tongue. Baby, I'm not that girl. I'm going to get up out of here because I'm not that hood and I don't have no razor on me. And I'm too pretty to be fighting you ugly girls. Like, I'm not doing it. So anyway, I say all that to say it can be dangerous. But, you know, I relish in it. I have a good time, and I'm nice to everyone that I meet. You know, there's nobody who can say that I ever treated them type of way or anything like that. So you can expect that type of thing from people, but oftentimes you don't get it. Yeah. So you just gotta do you.
Because you can't expect you from people.
Exactly.
You mentioned insecurities with your character, and you seem so confident and just light and vibrant. And were you always like that, or is your confidence and your boldness something you had to step into?
Ooh. So absolutely always been very confident. I'm a middle child, so I think that's key. I'm a middle child from a Caribbean mother, and my mother made it very hard for me growing up. My mother was my first bully. She gonna hate that I said that, but it's the truth, Mom. I'm sorry to tell you. Wow. She was my first bully in so many ways when it comes to my weight, like just comparison with the other siblings and things like that. So I feel like I grew a tough skin early on because it was like sink or swim. Like you have to figure out, who am I going to be? Am I going to let all this negativity affect me and turn me into this shell of a person? Or I'm going to be like, if I can't make you happy at all, then why would I try? I'm just going to do what makes me happy. And I think that's the key. Like, I just do what makes me happy. I don't think too hard about it. I just try to focus on me, what brings me joy, what brings the people around me joy, who bring me joy. So that's what I focus in on. And I think because I had so much turmoil when it came to like everything that I did was wrong growing up, that I just was like, okay, people are not going to like me. People are not always going to praise me or put me on any pedestal or even give me that nudge to be like, hey, I love you and I'm proud of you. You're not going to get that from everybody. Sometimes even from the people that you expect it from. Like first time I met my grandmother, the first thing she said to me was, pretty face spoiled by your belly.
Oh my God.
Nice to meet you too, grandmother. Like, you know, those are the things that I experienced that I was just like, okay. Y'all are nasty. People can be nasty. And you just have to figure out whether or not you're going to let them bring you down or you're going to be like, bump all of that. You can say whatever you want and it's not going to affect me. And I think that's where I had the struggle this season with my character because I'm trying to figure out how much I can say without getting fired. She has to be vulnerable in that space. She has to let what people say start to affect her. And that was hard for me because I was like, I worked my whole life to build this tough skin where you won't see that. So trying to peel back those layers was hard. And honestly, I think a lot of that work didn't happen until after we shot the season.
Wow.
And I was like, dang, okay. And it was like, dang, I wish I touched that energy or those feelings before so I could bring more of that to the season. But it's somebody's truth and it's somebody's reality that I had to dive into. And I don't even think I was fully prepared to at the time. But I'm really excited to see the way the fans deal with that and handle that, especially the fans who were my fans before Zatima.
Wow.
Because they're not going to like it all the way. Y'all not going to like that so much. Y'all going to be like, wait, what? Where are we going with this? But stick it out. Stay tuned. There's more to come. You know what I mean? Everybody goes through those ups and downs and you can't be sparkly and shiny and happy all the time. You have to dig deeper. And some of that helped me along in my personal journey. You know, there were things that I had pushed down that I didn't even realize that I pushed down until I had to face it. So
that had came up.
Yeah.
Like what?
I mean, being plus size, I don't have no problem being plus size, but I've went up and down in my plus size journey a lot. And when I think people first got introduced to me, I think even before All the Queen's Men, I was just probably a little bit heavier than I am now. When I got All the Queen's Men, it was the biggest I had ever been. I was about 300 pounds then, and it was right after the pandemic. I was in a horrible relationship. I had picked up some really bad habits to cope through that relationship. And although I still felt good about myself, but I was also in a space where I was like, I'm gaining a lot of weight really fast.
Wow.
And so the first time people saw me, and then it was a super intimate scene, it got really popular and things like that. So I got a lot of like success and attention during that time too. So I wasn't going backwards. I was kind of like just kind of gaining and putting on weight. And in the last 4 years, I got on even more weight since then. And I wasn't comfortable where I was in terms of, I used to dance. I used, physically, even when I was plus size before, I was always physical. I could do a lot more and had gotten to a space where I wasn't doing the things that I used to do before. And it started to weigh on me more. I want kids. There's so many things that I want to do where I was like, I'm no longer in a space where I feel comfortable and safe. And that kind of just knocked at the door of some of the other things that I wanted to get together. And that was part of it. Not to mention my nephew called me humongous, and I think that did a little bit.
Jesus,
he didn't. He's 3.
He was a kid. Yeah,
he's 3.
I'm
okay.
like, kids be. It's like, okay, I'm thick. I'm not humongous.
But he was saying it.
I got a fat ass, nephew.
He wasn't saying it mean at all.
For sure.
You know what I mean? He said it in the
For
most.
sure.
He was like descriptive words. Like he's such a little genius too. So he's just like saying what he sees, and from his reality, that was how he perceived me, and it kind of like something clicked, and it was just like, okay, I know that I'm not exactly where I want to be. And I had lost sight of what I look like. The body dysmorphia is real and people don't talk about it enough. And it's like, I'm still plus size and I don't necessarily ever want to not be plus size, but I feel like I had gotten to a place where I felt a little more swollen, a little more like I couldn't do everything. Knees is burning like I'm 87 years old. Like that's not where I need to be anymore. So it kind of touched on some of those things that before, honestly, I think because I've always had to be so tough and always had to kind of push things down, I didn't let that up. When I started to gain weight, I didn't even see it. I look back at some of the pictures and I'm like, who is she?
Yeah.
And when did that happen?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's no down talking to everything I've done. I never felt like I wasn't beautiful. I never felt like I wasn't that girl. been that girl, but it definitely started me on a journey where this past year I've shifted everything that I do, dropped those habits that were killing me low key. And, I started them to cope with certain things, and it's like I didn't need that still. That vice was there for something that I experienced, and it helped me through. Unfortunately, I didn't need to lean on something, but I'm so glad that I'm past that, and it's like now I can start shedding these things that were not pouring into me at all, and that allowed me to shed some of the weight too. So
good for you.
Still on that journey, and
it's
been great. But I feel like it's also pushed me to have the discipline that I need to do other things too, like my music.
Yep.
Because I had put that down and I didn't even mean to.
Yep.
People at the studio like, I didn't know you sang, and I'm like, what? That used to be that only way people knew me. People didn't know I acted at first. So it's like when you realize people get introduced to you in certain times of your life where that's who they think you are. And it's like,
that's not all of me.
So many more things. And when I found out they didn't know I sang, it was like a knife to the heart, because that is like so much of who I am and who I feel like I am. My whole family, we all sing.
Wow.
So it was like, wait, these people need to know something else. And now I just want to show more of me, want to expose more of that, because I think that was another part of it. I'm guarded. Like, people think they know you when they see you on social media. You see,
have no idea.
Minute, 60 seconds of my day. You have no idea what all is going on. So even just feeling more open to sharing my workout journey. I didn't do it for the first 6 months. I'm not sharing nothing with y'all because y'all got too much to say.
Yeah.
And you don't realize how much that really can affect you, how much that look into my life, and then, I'm not super secure about how I'm doing this or my time in the gym, and then the wrong comments come in and you're like, oh, I'm just not going to go today. Girl, why?
Get up.
Get up. Stand up.
Get up.
Yeah, so all of that took it into account, and I didn't start posting about going to the gym until I was well into it, and then all of a sudden people were like, girl, where are you at? Where's the rest of you? And I hate seeing those comments. Because I'm just like, just say you look good and move on.
Yes.
We don't have to discuss anything. Because part of the reason why I wanted to lose weight also was because every role that was coming my way was like the fat. It's like, no, y'all.
Wow.
We're not doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
y'all, if you're a last minute shopper like me, you know the feeling. Shelves are empty and ideas are running low, baby. Aura Frames is a solution with a gift that feels personal, okay? I literally always struggled to shop for my sister, but Aura Frames makes it so easy, and I know she's gonna love this Christmas gift, y'all, so I can't wait to give it to her. I'm gonna ship them, and I can personalize my gift. I'll add a message before it arrives. Plus, there's a gift box included, so every frame comes packaged in a premium gift box with no price tag. My favorite holiday tradition is getting together in the living room and playing games with family. I have amazing photos of these moments that they never go out of style. I can't wait to show my kids one day when I have my babies. The earlier you order, you guys, the more time you have to curate your gift. So, which photos are you adding? For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames. Named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code b.simone at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code b.simone. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout.
I don't want to be stuck and pigeonholed in this. I'm so much more than just the plus size this, the whatever. No. We're going to open up these doors. And if I have to drop a little bit to do so, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, because there's more to it. There's more to losing weight than even that. Like I said, I want to have children one day. There's so many different things and factors that contributed to it. But my career was a big one because I also have the weight of the family on my back. So it's like,
wow,
when you know something is blocking you from opportunities left and right, you have to make a change.
I'm going to go back to something you said, because you said now you carry the weight of the family on your back. But I'm going to go back to something you said. My mom was my first bully. And you looked in the camera and said, I'm sorry, Mom, but it's true. Yeah. How do you deal with telling your truth and not being bitter, not being angry? I'm not saying you were this and you were that, but I have to tell my story. And sometimes your story doesn't make other people sound the best.
Yeah.
Like not how do you tell your truth and not be worried about protecting people?
Well, the thing is, it's like my mom sacrificed everything for us. She's done so much. And so I appreciate her more than anything. She raised us by herself in a foreign country. Like, I have so much respect for my mom. But the truth is just what it is. And I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't experience those things. Now, do I worry sometimes that it'll hit her? Sometimes. But at the same time, I know how mean she is. So I know she can take something too. Like you have to be able to look in the mirror. And we have conversations about this all the time because the way that she has amnesia about some of the things that were said to me and done to me and things like that. I'm sorry, you're not going to gaslight me into believing these things didn't happen. I have proof, I have the scars, I have the memories. You're not going to tell me it didn't happen. And for me, it's a part of my story that I can't avoid because it is such a big part of who I am. So there is a balance. You know, I wouldn't write a tell-all about all the things that I experienced, but when it comes to making me who I am, that was a big part. So I have to give a little crumbs of
good for you.
Yeah.
Your story and your testimony, where you come from.
Absolutely.
How's your relationship with your mom and your grandmother that you mentioned now?
There is no relationship with that grandmother.
Okay.
And my mom would love for there to be that, but that relationship started when I was already 25.
Wow.
You know, so it was kind of like I have a hard time feeling pressed to push relationships that, especially the ones that are negative and ones that I feel like, I don't want to say don't serve me, but at the end of the day, even with family, it's like if being around you makes me feel bad about myself, I'm not going to go out of my way to be around you. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. And even with my mom, there were years that I stepped away from her. And she may not see it like that because it was never like I just wasn't speaking to her or anything like that. But I would go long periods of time without seeing her. I would make sure that if we did spend time together, it was in mixed company and things like that. Or I would know, okay, there's about a 2-hour window before she says something crazy that I know I got to get out of here. And honestly, that's still true. And I love you. We spent this weekend together dancing. We have a great time. That's my mama, and I love her. I love her to death. But at the same time, you have to protect yourself. And her being my first bully didn't necessarily stop then. You know, there were times this weekend that I had to be like, what made you say that? What made you feel like that was a thought that you had to say out loud? And when people see us interact, oh Lord, sometimes it does, like, I look like the rude daughter. I look like why would you talk to your mom like that? And it's like, I'm not going to explain myself because y'all don't know the things that I've heard or dealt with. So I'm not going to go there, but
it's okay, baby.
But at the end of the day, it's like, I understand where that comes from for her, because if after meeting me for 2 minutes, her mom already offended me, it's ingrained in her. She was taught that this is normal and okay. And some of those things haven't been broken out of her. And, that's just the way it is, unfortunately. And I don't know what it's going to take for that mirror to be put up in her to see it. But I just know for me, I'm just protecting me, and sometimes that involves putting walls up, putting some distance between somebody, putting a time limit on when you can see them. That's like a real thing. And you got to do it for you.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. Man, it's bold, it's confident, and it doesn't let you be muted in the midst of telling your testimony and your story. So that's really, really, really powerful, because I dealt with walking on eggshells and trying to protect abusers. And I'm like, but this is my story, so I'm proud of you for even sharing the little pieces you share and continuously even working on it in real time. That's a big deal. Yeah. Showing up and still like, okay, this is my mom, like having that relationship, but setting boundaries. And outside of the relationship with your mother, the relationship you said you were in with your partner, you were like, I was in a bad relationship. You're not in that no more.
Yeah.
You walked away from it. You got out of it, whatever that looked like, but setting boundaries in the relationships that you are in, knowing I want this person in my life in some type of way, but there has to be a boundary. Yeah. That's a real thing. Family, friends, 20-year friendships. I don't know, known this person for 30 years. A boundary. Yeah. Because I'm not the same person I was when you met me. Yeah. So I commend you for that. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course, yeah.
I want to go back to the relationship you mentioned. You walked away from, and you have these intimate scenes on TV and these sexy kitten scenes. How do you manage that with dating in real life? Like, have you had people be like, or guys be like, okay, now, like, what you doing on TV? You're like, do you set boundaries there? Or you're like, I'm an actress and this is just what comes with it?
A little bit of both. So in that relationship, that was the relationship that I was in for the first season as a Tima and then the All the Queen's Men stuff. When I did the All the Queen's Men scene, I didn't even tell him. He found out because like some of his friends were on set and stuff like that. So that was a tough blow for him. But I knew I couldn't tell him because I couldn't take the noise of whatever his reaction was before I did the scene.
Okay.
So honestly, after it was just kind of like, it is what it is. You know, I'm an actress. I don't know if I want to tell his profession because I don't want to tell his whole life. But in his profession, he also had to deal with women and all types of things and in intimacy and all types of things. So it was kind of like, well, maybe I should tell y'all because y'all gonna think I'm talking about somebody I'm not. Okay, so everybody thought the person that I did the first intimate scene was my man.
Okay.
Me and Jeremy, aka Masterpiece, have never been together. I want to clear that up right here. Okay,
right here, right now.
Think that is the case. We have never even been in a room alone together. Okay, period. Full stop. Now, the person I was dating at the time was a choreographer. So he was, that's what I mean by like he had to deal with women a lot. He would go travel with other dancers and stuff like that. And I had to be okay with it. So if I do a 10-minute scene with this man, we got on all the protection in the world. I don't want to hear your complaints, especially when I have to be in the mindset to be free. And I'm so glad that I didn't tell nobody because when I did that scene, it was so freeing, so liberating. I felt great. My mama didn't find out about it until after it came out. She told my grandma and everybody to watch it. I had nothing to do with that. Anyway, but now I'm in a beautiful relationship. Love
now?
Yes. Love my man to death. But we did go through a moment because it is difficult. Even now, those scenes are out there. Even though I did that scene before I met him, those scenes are out there. So like his mama went and found it online. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, did you know about this? We had to have a whole conversation about that. And to know that those things are always out there and they can come up at any time, no matter where you are in your journey, it's a little scary. It is a little scary, but I felt great about that scene. It was shot beautifully. It was done beautifully. And it was very liberating for me, especially, like I said, it was the biggest I had ever been at that time. So for people to see a plus size woman in an intimate scene that way, it opened a lot of doors for me. In fact, it is why Tyler asked me to audition for Angela.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't regret it for a moment. But I absolutely deal with the pressures of people seeing me that way and people who are potentially wanting to date me, that being an issue. I do believe that there are a few people who our relationship probably would have gone farther if that scene did not exist. Mm-hmm. They weren't meant for me. Mm-hmm. Me and my man had a little issue at the beginning about the scene and we worked through it. We talked through it. Every now and then it still comes up because people can't let it go. Every time I go to a comedy show, they'll spend 20 minutes. I seen your titties. And it's like, oh, we're doing this. Man sitting right next to me, he don't know how to react because it's like on one end, he knows that people know me and see me and love me. But on the other end, it's like, he's my man and he wants to protect me. Also, as a man, how does it feel when somebody is like sexualizing and ogling your girl on the mic for everybody to see? There's really no correct way to respond. You know what I mean? So I'm still figuring it out. He's still figuring it out. But at the end of the day, I am an actress and it is my craft and my art. And I'm so glad about that scene. I'm so glad I was able to do that scene. Would I do it again? Yes. Yes, I would. I'm in a different place in my career now. So there are things that would be different. But at the end of the day, I'm not mad for the mistakes I've made. Yeah. Or not mistakes, but the choices that I've made.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah. When I say I love Revolve so much, y'all, the way the clothes fit, the quality and the styles, oh my gosh. And because it's that time of the year, Revolve's holiday shop is live with all the trends, baby. Think sparkly dresses, cozy sets, the cutest gifts and everything you need for every holiday event on your calendar. Plus, the shopping experience on Revolve.com is so easy and the checkout process is seamless. 1,200 plus brands and 100,000 styles across fashion, beauty, and home, from high-end to emerging and exclusive labels. The latest, most sought-after trends from top brands like Helsa, Lovers and Friends, Amanda Uprichard, more to come, and Free People, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'm just telling y'all, it's authentic, high-quality products, new arrivals daily, inclusive sizing styling options, which go from XXS to 4X, amazing customer service, fast and free shipping and returns, y'all. Whether it's a weekend away, a big night out, or a holiday party, your dream wardrobe is just one click away. Head to revolve.com/b.simone, shop my edit, and take 15% off your first order with code b.simone. That's 15% off your first order with code b.simone. It's fast 2-day shipping, easy returns. It's literally the only place you need to shop from now on this holiday season. That's revolve.com/b.simone to shop my favorites and get 15% off your first order with code b.simone. The offer ends December 22nd, so happy shopping.
Yeah. How long have you been with your boyfriend?
Almost 3, like 2 years and a half now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd y'all meet? Tell me a little bit about this babe.
So we met
lighten
on a
up,
work
honey.
trip. I'm gonna say, I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about, but no, it is what it is. It's like I don't hide them online to people know and everything. But we met on a work trip. I was doing a model campaign for a hair company, and he was the videographer, photographer. So we took like an 11-day trip to Bali. We stopped in New York, then Singapore, and then Bali. And we would shoot. I mean, when I tell you it was a boot camp, we worked that whole trip.
Wow.
We was scaling mountains and all types of stuff, and giant weaves and beat faces. It was intense. We are trauma bonded for life. You know, he got a 50-pound backpack full of equipment and stuff like that. But throughout the time, we just kind of, you know, we always end up kind of sitting next to each other or making eyes at each other, something like that. And then one of the ladies on the trip actually just called us out one day on the bus. We weren't even sure if we liked each other yet. Just called us out and was just like, y'all gonna be together. Yeah. And then I said something stupid like, girl, this is my brother, which I still regret to this day. But it just kind of solidified that not only that we felt chemistry, but that other people saw chemistry too. And we've been inseparable ever since we got back. Like, it's funny that we had to go all the way literally to the other side of the world to meet, but he lived 10 minutes down the street. So
wow. In Atlanta.
Yeah. So now we locked in.
What was it about him that you were like, I'll commit and like be in a relationship with this person? Not just date, not just have fun, but like, I'll be with you.
So I'm a serial monogamous. I'm never not in a
really
relationship.
Good for you. I wish I had more relationships.
Don't, because
you said wait.
Well, and I love my mans, but what I mean by that is like, I wish that I took more time to truly date, because people want to make me their wives so quick. Like, people want to boot up so fast.
Give us the sauce.
I don't know.
Because people be like, all right.
I really just feel like I'm doing
me.
it wrong, because I don't be knowing how people be out here dating all the people. My friends do it, and I'm like, give me the tea, but I don't. That's just something that I've never really mastered. When I'm locked in with somebody, I'm locked in, and pretty quickly we make it official. And I mean, I've been proposed to multiple times and all types of stuff, but I've always said no, so I have not been engaged. But that's also because typically around the proposal time is when I'm like, oh no. Most of the time, by the time we get to the proposal, you already did something that you know is the reason why I'm saying no. And you know that's why you did it privately. You know that's why my mama ain't here. Like, all the steps ain't taken, because you already know there's a possibility I'll say no. But that's neither here nor there. But yes, but no, that's something I wish that I took more time to do, the dating, because I feel like it is a good thing to like have multiple options, not be fully invested in one person. That way you can see them more clearly. God forbid I ever have to be back in the dating pool, but if that's the case, then I would definitely take more time. Mm-hmm. Like, even at this big ripe age, honey, I'm gonna take my time, because I just feel like that's one of those things that I missed out on. I was never like outside. I was never a club girly, none of that stuff. I just
girl,
just be at the house.
That was me.
You know, taking care of home. Yeah. Don't recommend. Like, enjoy your time when you have it.
Yeah, enjoy that outsideness.
Yeah.
That was me, girl. I went to the Chris Brown concert the other day. I'm like, man, the things I used to do after concerts. Now I was just home in my bonnet and sleep.
Yeah.
Praying. Now let me not to sleep, going to bed. Now I was like, man, back in the day, I was lit.
See? And I was never. Like, I was always going to bed after a concert. If I made it through the concert. If I didn't
I might leave early.
I was like, I've been 30 years old my whole life. But yeah, even in college and stuff, like, if I would go to the club, I was so ready to go. Get me out of here. The music is so loud. Like, I don't know. I was lame like that.
Like,
and apparently that's what men love.
Okay.
I don't know.
Apparently, being in the house.
Yeah. So.
You mentioned we were texting. I'm like, what you want to talk about? Like you gave me a few topics, and you mentioned you went through the fires.
Okay. Well, no, not the LA fires.
Got it. I was okay.
No. So before All the Queen's Men, before any of the television appearances that people know me for, I went through a house fire. And during that relationship and everything, that toxic relationship, we lost the house we were staying in, and it was very difficult because all my stuff was in there, all my things, but also because the morning of that fire, I was actually at a brunch with my best friend, Wandre. Hey, girl. And we were talking about basically my escape plan, how I was going to get up out that relationship. And because there was a potential for it to not go well or possibly even be violent. So I was trying to kind of figure out my way out. And we were at that brunch. I was driving home when I got the call about the fire. And it made me stuck in that relationship for almost another year and a half because I felt like a horrible person trying to break up with somebody during the turmoil that is their childhood home, going up in flames. So it kind of locked me in to agree to be there longer. Not to mention we were caretaking for his elderly grandfather who I knew if I left would not make it.
Wow.
So it was both of those things, knowing, and then he got way worse after the fire because he was in a new place, the trauma from the fire. So his dementia and everything, like caretaking for him became a bigger task. So I just never felt comfortable. I really felt like that burden was on me. And I never grew up with grandparents. Like I told you, I met my grandmother when I was 25. So to have a elder in the home that, he was so loving. He was a wonderful man. And to be around him for the 3, almost 4 years that I lived with him, he became like my grandfather. So it felt like a huge responsibility. And I felt like I couldn't leave. And honestly, I didn't until he told me he was ready to go. Like he told me, he was like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to see my wife, like all that stuff. And that's what gave me the strength to kind of get up and leave that situation. But I don't know how long I would have stayed otherwise, honestly.
Wow.
And he passed away not too long after that. But the fire, I'm getting off track. So the fire is I feel like it was the cleansing thing that I needed to kind of put the fire under me to change the way I was living. So before that, I was an influencer, but I wasn't getting paid. Girl, what? I sold so many things for free things, and I couldn't believe it. So that fire kind of forced me to all the companies I was working with, like, hey, I can no longer do this unless we're getting paid. One of them was just like, girl, we've been waiting on you to tell us. I'm like, waiting on me. So it just kind of changed my mindset of how to move, and it made me take it more seriously as a business. I couldn't play with myself no more. And that allowed me to open a lot of doors. For example, probably 3 or 4 months after that is when I did All the Queen's Men, and that opened the door for the team and everything else. And it also kind of put me in the mind frame to treat myself more like a business, branding myself more like a business instead of just like I'm just online doing my thing. Like, it let me know, like, okay, you should really be paying attention to how what you're posting, who you're emailing, what brands you're promoting, things like that. So I just took myself more seriously, started my clothing company. Everything changed after that fire. So, even though I lost everything, I felt like that was a cleansing I needed to step into a new era. And even though it still had me stuck in one area, I feel like those were lessons that I needed to understand and learn for myself too, moving into the next step. So
tell me about your clothing line.
Yeah. Okay. So it's called Shop Imani. It's a full-figured clothing line. It's only online. And I started with my older sister Akila, both plus size divas. And it was just kind of something I felt was necessary because a lot of times you go and look for plus size clothes and it's got paisley and floral all over it, or the cuts are crazy. It's just cold shoulders all the time. Just that's it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of fulfill a lane where we could have some bold colors, some sexy silhouettes, some deep V's. Y'all know I love a deep V. So it was like all the things that I felt like were missing and things that I would personally want to wear. I wanted to give access to other women to have that too. So
I love that.
Yeah,
so y'all check it out.
Shop Imani, Nimani.
I love that.
Yes,
with
you.
You starting your clothing line, acting, singing, music, all of the things. Like, how does you have a relationship with God? how does that tie into the decisions you make in your career?
Ooh. Well, I feel like God has guided my career in every way possible. Like every door that I've stepped into has been opened for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm somebody, and I hate to admit this because it's not the best thing, that I haven't necessarily had a plan always. I just kind of went where the opportunities came, whether that is modeling, whether that is makeup artistry, whether that is acting. It's always been kind of, I've been led, you know what I mean? So God is wholeheartedly in all of that, you know what I mean? When it comes to the modeling, I was just posting stuff that I liked online. Next thing I know, brands are reaching out to me, and then that's turned into, you know, income and visibility. And makeup artistry, I was a tomboy. People wouldn't believe it now, but back in the day, I used to be kind of a tomboy, and I was doing, what's it called? I went to school for theater.
Okay,
so
cool.
I had to do stage makeup as part of our curriculum. So I was turning people into zombies and old people and flowers and all that stuff. And my professor was kind of like, "You're great at this. This is something you might want to think about."
Yeah.
And I didn't think too much about it, but my younger sister's a professional model. And she was like, "Girl, the makeup artist gets to the money. You might want to do that." And it allowed me to have the freedom to be whatever, an artist in general, because doing the makeup and having my schedule free, I could do all the auditions. I could do all the random parody content. I could be an influencer. I could do all of these things because I had the freedom to do it. And I feel like that was absolutely God-led, because I didn't see that on my bingo cards growing up. Makeup artistry, what?
You said no.
No, but I love it now.
Yeah.
I mean, now I can walk into anything and always be prepared and ready. And then if they mess my face up on set, I can go to the
Fix it.
baby.
What?
I get them wet
In
wipes
that
out
bathroom.
so quick.
Redo the whole face.
There is nowhere I will go without my makeup kit. Nowhere.
Yeah.
Because you just never know.
Yeah.
Especially on sets. But you know, they Tiffany Ford, you know who you are. And my makeup artist on Zatima. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like and she knows it too. Even still,
Yeah.
I might, you know, because sometimes she might not be able to get to me, or they'll pull you in different directions. If I gotta pop a little highlight, do a little something, I'm gonna do it because I want to feel my best when I come on camera. But I don't even know how we got over there. You see what I'm saying?
No, but I love it. I love it. Baby, we was talking about this earlier. I was like, the people that have stories and know how to talk make my job easy, because I just be looking like I'm watching a good movie. I'm like, this is so good. This is so deep. I get to really get into my guest life. Like, it's so dope because you don't know nothing about these people, and then you hear them. I'm like, wow, like everybody has such a story, man, of how you got to this point. Was there ever a season where you were like, okay, I'm doing all this stuff, I done had my breakout, but like, God, where are you? Like, how am I about to, like, where are you at? Like, how am I about to get out of this season? I cannot stay here.
Absolutely. It's funny because when you get to a certain level, you're in your mind, you know, you're always looking at the next thing. So you don't even always appreciate, like I take so much time to make sure that I'm sitting in gratitude about where I've come from and all the things. I mean, because it's been tough out here. We had some tough seasons, but I think I'm in a place now where, now I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about, Fran?
I was asking you, was there ever a season where you felt like God wasn't there, or you like, God, where are you? Where he wasn't, you didn't feel like he was showing up?
I had some church hurt for sure, but
wow.
But I don't even think that was the same season. I think it was really just myself needing to get back in touch with myself. Even in more recent times, once people see you with a certain level of success, I feel like my network stopped reaching out to me. Like they felt like I maxed out at a price point or whatever. And I used to be working. Let me tell you, I used to be on all the sets, doing all the indie films and all that stuff. And I felt like, you know, because people see me on a bigger show now, people just stop reaching out to me. People stop, you know, necessarily feeling like I'd be okay to work with them. And that had me kind of sitting at the house like, why am I sitting at the house? I used to have so much more things to do. And it kind of makes you start to question and doubt yourself, because you think when you get to a certain level of visibility, that opportunities are going to come pouring in. I'm like, honestly, I was probably working more before. You know, now the opportunities come with a bigger check. But I still want to be out here networking and meeting people and creating art at the end of the day. I still want to be able to do that. So I felt a little discouraged when I realized that it wasn't going to be so easy. And I still had to do work on me, still had to do work for myself, but still was going to have to create by myself. You know what I mean? Because I got to a place where I was hoping more people will be coming with ideas and offers and opportunities. But it was like, no, they might, but it'll be stuff that you'll probably want to turn down because it's trying to pigeonhole you, or it's trying to put you in a particular box, or it's trying to get you to seem insecure about something you're not insecure about. And I wanted to curate a story that was more true to who I am and the women who I know who look like me are. Like, we're not all sitting in a corner sad about life, sad about how we look and stuff. That's not true to me. So when I get to a place, or when I started to receive so much of that, it was very discouraging. Like, we still here? Man, not to mention the political climate and all these things. It's like your physical attributes can be, they can impact so much of how you make money, how, you know what I'm saying? So I just had to figure out how to get out of that rut, how to not let things that I luckily was able to avoid letting get into my head or overwhelm me or make me doubt myself before. Don't let that stuff creep in and take over now. Like, you got to get past that. So I think that was a big part of it. But also the church hurt that I was talking about.
I was about to say, what was that?
When I was younger, I used to be super into the church. Boy, when I tell you I was out of the church 5 out of 7 days of the week, I was in the praise team. I was any kind of activity you can do at the church, I was in it. And grew up that way. You know, my sisters are the same way. So I was trying to go to London to study abroad, and I worked my butt. My mama was not going to put a dime towards that trip. I knew it was up to me. She couldn't, you know what I mean? It's not like she wouldn't. We did not come from a financial situation where I could ask my parents for anything. And I knew that. So even deciding like, I'm going to go to London for study abroad and I'm going to figure it out. That was a big step for me. And I did it. I was like probably $200 away from the goal, and the due date was Monday. And I had worked like crazy, 3-4 jobs, fundraisers. Golden Glide let me do a fundraiser at their thing and didn't even charge me for all types of stuff. And had really been working for months to get to a place where I could pay for this. I was $200 away, feeling super discouraged. And I went to church, and my pastor did a whole sermon about how you have not because you ask not, and how we need to lean on each other as a community and all these other things. So I was like, okay. At the end, I asked if I could have a meeting with her, and she looked at me dead in my face and was like, I'm about to go on vacation, so I don't know what you want me to do. I was like, wow. First of all, I'm just in college, so I'm a young woman. I've seen this woman since I was 4 years old. Idolized her in so many ways, and could not believe, first of all, that this was her character, but also that she didn't mean any of what she just said. You just sat up there for 2 hours, passed the collection plate around and said, let's lean on each other. And it's not like I was asking her to go on her purse, but I'm sure that there was something that she could have done to lead me without kind of just being like, well, what you want me to do about it? At least pray for me. At least give me some encouragement. Even if you're not
say no in love.
When I tell you I had a mental break in that parking lot, I didn't leave the church for like another 3 hours. I was hyperventilating in the parking lot because it's not like I felt like she owed me anything. But at that time, it wasn't even just about the trip. It was about this person who I felt so strongly and like admired so much just pulled this mask back, and she was ugly. She was so ugly. And even to this day, it hits me because I had stopped going to that church, but my family still goes. And I remember when my nephew went and got christened and I had to go back, her whole sermon was talking about fat people. And it was just like, did you just wait and pull this out when you saw me in the audience? Like, it felt so nasty. And wow. I had to learn that, like, in multiple different ways, I had to learn that the church and God sometimes it's not like, you know what I mean? The people who are even leadership in the church are human and make mistakes and are, dealing with their own stuff and their own demons at the end of the day. So that was a hard one for me because I stepped away from the church for years because of that. And it just, I don't know, it made me question all authority figures. Just kind of like,
who are you?
Yeah, anybody who I admired, it was kind of like, I want to stay away from you so that the fantasy is not broken. And that didn't help me either, because I feel like even to this day, when it comes to like people even in our industry, I'm very shy. In that respect, I won't necessarily want to go up and introduce myself, because sometimes they'll
Look at you.
Yeah, say something that is just like, man, I've loved this person for years, and in 5 seconds, they have ruined that for me. I hope to never be that for somebody else. You know what I mean? That's why I try to always lead with kindness.
Yep.
Somebody gets introduced to me, it's unlikely that they could have a negative story to say about how I treated them, because I don't do that. So to feel like that from somebody in the church, somebody I admired, it was just kind of like, I don't know what to do here. The money, I don't even remember how, but it happened, and I got it, and I was able to go on the trip, and it was phenomenal, and it changed the trajectory of my life and my expectations of like just life. But still, I'll never forget those 3 hours I sat in that parking lot trying to catch my breath from just the disappointment. I was truly disappointed.
Devastated.
Yeah. I was heartbroken.
And God did it once, he could do it again. What would you be expecting for God to do in this season of your life?
Ooh.
I'm gonna give you a double-ended question, or double question. What if you could, this season of your life in one word, what would that be?
Okay.
And what are you expecting for God to do in this season?
Oof. This season, I would say rebirth.
Oh, I love that.
I feel so good about the changes that I've made in my life lately. Like even Bae has lost weight with me. Like the encouragement that I have and the way that we can like feed off of each other and grow together. I love it. For the next season, I just hope to stay focused and dedicated. I hope to be able to explore all the different parts of the gifts that I have been given, because I'm always amazed at the different talents and things that I've been able to do that have always come kind of naturally to me. And I want to use up every bit of gift that God has placed into me. I don't want to leave this earth saying I didn't do anything. So whatever that means, any doors that open, any opportunities, I'm ready to pursue and go all the way in. Because now I feel like I've also cultivated the discipline and the right people around me to support that.
You so dope.
Still trying to build that team.
I was about to say, you said I ain't got no team, but we gonna work on that. We gonna work on that.
I definitely know I'm in a space now where I need that, and I need people to lean on and trust. But I still got trust issues. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
I won't even get somebody like, you want a social media assistant? No, I don't even want to get nobody my password. That's
girl, and so many people got mine.
I couldn't do it.
It's nuts.
I don't even think my sisters got mine.
I'm over trusting. My CEO will be like, did they sign the NDA? I'll be like, no. She's like, they have your bank account information.
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
goodness.
I know.
Friend.
Stupid.
I mean, I won't even say stupid. I just wish that I had a smidgen of that trust in people. Because I do also feel like how that can backfire. I feel like not trusting anyone has backfired a lot too.
Yeah.
Because I can only imagine how much more things I could have accomplished if I allowed myself to lean and trust that people would not disappoint me.
Man.
I want that. I want people to show that to me. But that's the thing. They would have to truly show that. And I don't know if I've even given people an opportunity and a space to do that.
It's the balance. It's not being too trusting where you're delusional and naive, but not blocking off somebody that could help you on your journey with your purpose and your blessing. Lastly, we have all these beautiful women listening. Thank you to the LTTA family. Y'all, isn't she so dope? I just love, you're just a ball of light and energy and love.
Same to you.
Thank you. She walked in like, baby girl. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard that in so long. That just made my day.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, friend. I've stolen it from you. I say it all the time.
I love it. Please keep it going. It's a phenomenon. I'll be in the store hearing people. I'll be like, that is crazy. They be like, I'll be like, all right, now I don't sound like that now. No, but what these women, and of course, y'all be so mad when I say women, but 90% of the audience for LTTA is women. Fellas, I did not forget about y'all. I love y'all so much, guys. My crew is in the back. Tony back there like, come on, man. I love y'all. LTTA men is definitely a goal of mine. I want to have a platform on LTTA specifically for our brothers, but the women that are listening, and just anybody, it doesn't have to be women, but as we watch your journey, and when women watch your journey and what you have gone through, what you have overcame, your testimony, your story, and what you're going into, what do you want them to take away?
Oh, I mean, just keep going, I guess.
That's it.
You know, at the end of the day, I don't really know what like the overarching theme is, because I feel like I'm still on that journey.
Yeah.
But definitely just keep going. Like, things are going to come up, obstacles are going to be present, but just keep going, because there's somebody waiting on you. There's somebody looking for you. There's somebody waiting to hear your testimony, hear your story, see you glow up. You know, not to mention, like I said, I got this family on my back. So I've got to do all the things. I've got to push forward. And I feel like everybody has that in their own respect. Everybody's got their own burdens and their own things that they're carrying. But you can't let it stop you from pursuing your dreams, for creating, you know, whatever your dream is, like do it all the way. No half stepping. Think about the person that you want to be, and think about their habits. Think about who they would be, what kind of things they were doing, what time they wake up in the morning. You know, that's what I had to do to get in the frame of mind to even start working out with my trainer. Okay, the Nzinga that I want to be is going to wake up at 5 a.m. and meet her trainer. So you have to implement that then. See it and then do it.
Wow.
Do it.
Do it. Thank you for gracing your beautiful voice on my platform and sharing and just bringing your light, your talent, your gifts. I cannot wait to see this next season. I'm not a liar, so I have not seen all the previous seasons, and I'm about to go back and watch this intimate scene.
Oh, well, that's
I know that's all the queen. That's a different show. It's not.
Although in the team of season 4, you are gonna see some new positions and some new things that are different. So you know, say to that too.
Stop.
The team of season 4, you'll see something new.
I'm gonna be up tonight with my bonnet on. I'm gonna be sending you. I'm like, look, girl, I'm looking at your titties.
Yes. Oh, period.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I'm done with you.
I'm so proud of you. Thank you for. I hit her up on Instagram. I'm like, would you like to be on my podcast? We got each other's number, and she was just so like, I'm down, girl. Let me know. I done switched the time 30 times the day. I was trying to get everything organized, but thank you, thank you. You have such a beautiful story. Would have never known all the things you've been through just by looking at you. You don't look like what you've been through, and I can't wait to see what God does next with your career, your platform, your voice. You have so much to say. You have so much to say to these women, girl. So keep sharing.
Thank you. I appreciate this. I've been wanting to do this for forever.
No.
I love you. I have loved you for a long time. And when I was getting fake emails about coming on a b.simone podcast, I was like, oh, one day this is going to be real. So when you hit me up, I was like, I was getting prepared.
Can y'all please stop emailing, stop scamming using my name?
No, for real. It was like a b.simone something at Gmail. And I saw the Gmail and I was like, this ain't real. But
I do have a Gmail though.
Oh, but do you book through it?
Sometimes.
Oh, look, we'll talk about that. But I figured that one wasn't real. It was just given that it wasn't real.
Hitting everybody up. Like, y'all, it is not me. I'm not gonna ask you for no Facebook Live for $3,000. I'm not paying. I don't pay nobody to come on my podcast. Nobody could pay me to be on my podcast right now. Now, somebody come with a little 100 bands just with one day. But as of today, I have guests that I want to hear their stories. Nobody is paying to be on here, and I'm not paying nobody to come sit here. So that's just a lie. So I'm sorry they've been scamming y'all.
Right.
But thank you. You made it. You made it.
Yeah, we made it.
Real.
It was preemptive. It prepared me for the opportunity, so I was cool.
I love you.
I love you too, honey.
Thank you.
We should do this more. We're neighbors and
anytime.
So
are you close?
Very close friend.
Stop. Maybe we could do. Let me know, you guys, if y'all want. Maybe we could do like a little segment for the app or something.
Okay, let's get it.
What would it be about?
Then I can ask you some questions because I feel like I just been talking the whole time.
I love that.
I talk too much.
No,
sorry guys.
This is perfect for a podcaster. Girl, I be asking people questions like, so where you from? Texas. I'm like, how was it growing up? Traumatic. I'll be like, well, this interview is going to be 5 minutes.
Dig it in.
Good Lord.
No, but I think also because you create such a warm environment, I was ready to tell it all. You could ask me anything. I'd be like, and here's my social. But you know, that's a good thing. You know, breaking through these what is it called? These trust issues. You're breaking through it. So we chipping at it. Chipping at it.
You got to teach me how to put a little more guard up, and I got to teach you how to open up a little bit.
Honestly, I need to introduce you to my mama because she was the one who got me looking at everybody sideways. I don't trust nobody. No.
You like.
She taught me that, so I'm gonna get y'all connected. She'll be nicer to you. Don't worry. I'm like, so nice to strangers. It's a thing. No, don't worry. That was for me. She saved it for me. Yeah.
That is so traumatizing. Yeah, but it's funny. So you got to laugh at her pain. You need to do stand up
to be able to. You know what? People have always told me that I should pursue comedy. I don't know how to be funny on purpose. I don't think.
Just be yourself.
That sounds
I know. It's stupid.
Easier than what I feel
I hate
like
it when people say
that.
that.
And also, I used to go to comedy shows all the time. And I mean, the way that, like, when crickets and things happen,
it sucks.
I'm mortified for those people. I feel it in my gut when they don't do well. So I can only imagine me up there. I'd probably just vomit on the mic immediately.
People like, be yourself. You're like, who am I?
What are words? I literally can see it. So I'll just go and watch them.
Okay. I'm gonna get you on stage, girl. I got some shows coming up next year. I'm like, come do a little 5 minutes.
Okay. Get me up there. I'll probably just sing a parody.
Right. You like, I will sing.
Make it easy. That will, because I feel like singing, I have no nerves when I sing. But get me to just talk and supposed to be funny?
No.
Absolutely not.
Y'all put in the comments what y'all want us to do together. Excuse me. I am stuttering Stanley. What y'all want us to do together? Maybe we'll do something for the app. Yeah. I can harmonize.
Oh.
Okay, no.
Okay, nothing. We're going to rehearse and come back to y'all. No half stepping. What? What even just happened over there? I feel like I get the limo out front. Was that Miley?
Like,
I don't know where you went with that.
It was just a note.
Oh, was it? No, not because. Sorry.
It's roasting. See? That's stand up. You're roasting my ass.
Oh, was it stand up? I was about to say, I thought that was my mama coming out of me.
It might be a little bit of both.
A little shade. If I could do shady stand, no, I'm not mean enough to consistently.
I know.
No, because that wasn't even meant as I wasn't even coming for you then.
Like, I was genuinely asking.
I was trying to figure out what you did because I couldn't see your mouth. So, okay. Anyway, we got off topic. Thank you guys for tuning in. Zatima streams on BET Plus September 11th. And check out your girl, Angela.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank you. See you guys next week. The audio drops every Monday. Y'all know the YouTube drops every Tuesday. I love y'all, LTTA family. I will see y'all. Bye.